is an area along the Toronto River Park Trail near 875 North Cornell Street that has a mass expanse of green space and an old pump track.
Wouldn't it be great if there's a pump track over there?
Yeah, or if there's like green space and an expanded garden.
And maybe some exercise equipment.
Good thing we have an idea that'll serve the community and better its residents.
Good thing we learned awesome skills and learned some great stuff and knowledge through our Westside Leadership Institute class in this spring.
As part of our project, we'd like to expand the community gardens out into this open space and have opportunities for educational enlightenment about healthy food and growing.
Awesome. So this is the site of the future pump track. There used to be a pump track here previously that the residents had built in for themselves and for their families and kids, but with the new reclamation facility and a water treatment facility, there was an opportunity to actually expand this pump track, and this is something that Salt Lake City has been interested in pursuing. So with the Westside Leadership Institute, we are really interested in helping advance those conversations and promoting the pump track being built in this location.
Our next steps for this wonderful area is to be able to then continue working with and through our grant process, applying for a few grants that we've been looking at, and hopefully from there being able to work with local community organizations and groups that are affiliated with the Toronto River Park Trail system, and also developing areas such as like green spaces or pump tracks, and then getting together in order to accomplish our vision of having this finished pump track, having the green space with exercise equipment and areas for families to enjoy, and hopefully expanding upon the awesome community gardens that we have here in the area. We just want to say thank you to our Westside Leadership Institute class, our professors, our instructors, and being able to guide us and teach us the skills necessary to do projects like what we discussed today.
We're really excited to implement this and turn this into reality. Should be a great amenity for residents.
Yeah, and just want to reiterate, thank you, Ibis, Jesus, Minerva, everyone from the class, all the folks that came and attended and presented to the classes, and our awesome classmates. So really, woo!
So this is our project for the Westside Leadership Institute. We are the Arts and Culture team, Melanie, Windia, myself, Maria, and Ahmed. We are the We Plaza on 9th, where the West and East meet. Our vision statement is a unified community that aims to dismantle cultural inequities by utilizing and strengthening existing diverse local arts and cultural resources like food, music, art, heritage, facilities, and cultural infrastructure. Our purpose statement is to support equitable planning, development, and cultivation of space for art and culture for the diverse Westside community.
So for the community issue, we have the current condition and desired condition. For the current condition, there is a lack of belonging and culturally relevant community gathering mechanism among Westside residents for the Westside resident. Desired condition, through this project, we hope to cultivate and embrace the community historical multicultural heritage to enhance culturally inclusive gathering space that promote cultural diversity, art, and social capital among already existing Westside community resource. And the question that we're gonna ask is how through community assistant mapping. which means supporting and identify already existing resource and historical cultural places and spaces.
Urgency of the issue. The website continues being pushed out in the name of the culturally apathetic development. Energize the website community through diversity of art and culture. Established communities need to be proactive about what they expect from planners, stakeholders, and developers. The city needs to be intentional about protecting local business owners and their patronage needs when considering new commercial and residential development. Need of space and place for mind relaxation and connection of following intentions: individual, community, national and global isolation and disengagement. Communities of color are carving a place and voice in rapidly shifting and largely white, wealth-driven development.
Through this project, we plan to start this with placemaking. Placemaking is a way of activating an environment, a neighborhood, to strengthen community cohesion and reduce social isolation. As you can see on the picture above, there is an empty alley that isn't providing any activity. And on the right side, after placemaking, after placing art and cultural feel, there's more gathering in that space. The pictures below show actual sites of the neighborhood on 900 South between 300 West and 900 West. And as you can see, the places do seem a bit empty. And through placemaking, we can be able to add more activity through these sites. Why community connection through art and culture matters. Art and culture has many expressions. Murals, sculptures, music, and dance are a central part of identity and enrich the public realm with the stories of communities' history and culture. Public art can be a more integral part of the public spaces, such as plazas, transit stops, fronts of existing buildings, and in new developments as well. And in addition, these public places also provide opportunities for other cultural activities that can occur, such as festivals and performances. This is what we envision for the We Plaza project. We want to add more art and culture in these empty spaces. Through the We Plaza project, we will feature 10 local businesses and local artists through the We Passport. We have already created a Facebook page where we will be sharing local Westside businesses on the We Facebook Plaza page. We will highlight a Westside business and connect them with a local artist for murals, sculptures, or dance. We will create and establish 4 pop-up plazas on the west side, and we will invite 9th and 9th East neighborhood and others to partake in the We Passport and pop-up plazas.
And just to wrap up, some businesses and places that we've identified that could possibly benefit from creating placemaking projects, connecting businesses with artists, are the Spice Kitchen, Community Wasatch Garden, International Peace Garden, the Megwe Rose Printing Company, so many places along both 9th South and 9th West that could really be activated by the assistance of just a little bit of cultural cultivation. Stakeholders in this project range from individuals in the community to business owners to Utah Arts Alliance, community councils, representatives in the area like Luz Escamilla and Angela Romero. There's just so many opportunities that we think can provide gathering spaces, inviting spaces for people to come out and enjoy this community. So we invite you to help us with that. Go ahead, there's a QR code that will send you to the We Plaza Facebook page. We'll start to activate that page pretty soon here. Engage with the Facebook posts. Create your own posts about Westside businesses or artists or musicians that you particularly enjoy. Make sure that you look for those passports to come out. There'll be physical brochures as well as digital versions. So look for that and continue to support our Westside businesses and artists. Thank you so much, everyone. We look forward to working with you all.
colleague Mike, and we are part of the affordable housing team from the Westside Leadership Institute Spring Cohort.
What we wanted to talk about today was when we started the semester, we wanted to look into the problem of affordable housing. And the more that we dove into the problem, the more we realized that affordable housing isn't kind of its own standalone thing. It actually has a lot to do with zoning. And so we didn't think that a lot of people, even we didn't understand what these two things kind of had to do with each other. So what we decided to do was to create and compile a list of resources that can help people become more aware of what affordable housing is and how zoning helps us to be able to create more affordable housing in our state. In the state of Utah in 2017, we were at a housing deficit of like 50,000 houses. And that's only grown in the recent years. In 2020, it's shown that the shortage has continued to spike because people who already live in Utah want to stay in Utah. And so we need to be able to create housing that's affordable for everybody because we all want to stay here. We love the state of Utah. And so being able to influence zoning is a great way for community members to be able to shape their communities, but also help to remedy this housing crisis we find ourselves in.
But why should I care about zoning? In the last year, we've seen essential workers praised as heroes throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. The vast majority of these workers require affordable housing options. The West Side has many single-family homes housing essential workers with either roommates or multi-generational families. A recent study by the University of Utah showed that neighborhoods with lower income and minority residents were 10 times more likely to become sick from COVID-19. It is estimated that neighborhoods like Rose Park and Glendale will take up to 15 years to recover from the pandemic, while more affluent locations like Draper and Sandy will bounce back quicker. As the end of the pandemic is in sight, it's important that we continue to honor our essential workers with safe, healthy, and affordable housing options. By reforming zoning laws, we're able to add significant density to the affordable housing stock in our state.
So often we wonder, when can we make a difference? And this often comes up when community members see that a new building is going up in their neighborhood that maybe adds too much density or isn't quite in the character of the neighborhood. And by that point, what people don't realize is it's basically too late to make changes to that building because property rights are given to property owners by the zoning that is assigned to their parcels. And so if we want to make a difference in the kinds of affordable housing that are built in our neighborhoods, we need to start looking at zoning right now and what zoning means for the existing community so that then those changes can be put into place so that down the road, the affordable housing options that are pursued are in line with the things that community members want their neighborhood to look like. And so zoning really needs to be something that is looked at immediately so that eventually the affordable housing is something that the neighborhood wants and enjoys.
It's easy to feel like the affordable housing crisis is too large an issue for any one person to take on. We definitely felt that way many times during the semester. But we began to think of it like the metaphor, how do you eat an elephant? And it's one bite at a time. It's impossible to solve this problem within the span of the semester, so we created educational bites for folks both familiar and unfamiliar with housing to learn about the issues surrounding the crisis and become advocates for the heroes in our communities. Click the link below to see what we've come up with.
We invite you to learn about how you can make an impact into zoning and affordable housing in your own community by checking out these resources that we've compiled at the link to be able to learn about these issues and then to be able to make that change in your community.